evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Motordrome Speedway. Tonight, we present the 5 divisions of the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series, plus bike races for the kids 12 and under at tonight's intermission of the program. At this time, we ask that all of you who are moving around the Speedway grounds, please pause with us for just a moment as we begin our opening ceremonies. Those of you who are seated, we ask at this time that you please rise for our invocation and the singing of our national anthem. Joining me here on the front straightaway from the New Stanton Calvary Baptist Church, Pastor Richard Cementili to give our invocation, and singing tonight's national anthem will be Amanda Emery. At this time, we turn the microphone over to Pastor Richard Cementili.
Let's pray, please. Heavenly Father and gracious God, how great it is to be in this great land where we are free to enjoy this kind of event. Thank you, Father, so much for those who made this possible, those who gave their time, their effort, their resources, even their lives for our freedom. Lord, we pray that tonight our hearts will be tuned to listen carefully as we enjoy this good time, but we watch as you bring about these events for us to enjoy. Keep the drivers safe. Help them to do the best that they can. And thank you again, Lord, for your great love to us. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, and please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Amanda Emery.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
5, Bill Henry in 64, Max Schlesinger 66, Dave Tavermina 21, Dustin Blank in 94, Tony Manganello in 50, Jason Holder in 74, and no start, false start that time. Locations. All of the preliminary heat races you are about to watch do award championship points, and there's the green flag for our first 8-lap heat race with the Subway Street Stocks. Adam Kostelnik from East McKeesport, Pennsylvania in car 05. This season he has won all 3 feature events for the Subway Street Stocks, but has only won 1 heat race. Lap number 2 of 8, and the 05 of Kostelnik continues to lead the field over the 64 of Bill Henry. Both the drivers in front of this field have won a heat race already in 2007. Tavermina in the 21 car rides in 3rd. Max Schlesinger moving to the inside of pole sitter Joe Nicola to take away the 4th spot. door-to-door action on the back straight. Jason Holder in the 74 car started deep in this field. He is moving to the inside of Nicola's Ford Thunderbird, the 69, with Schlesinger in 66 in fourth all by himself now at the scoring line, working lap 4 of 8. That 3-car battle now continues down the back straight. Last lap, Schlesinger was all by himself in fourth. Now Nicola battles back to the outside after starting on the pole in the 69 car. Holder has moved up, and as we begin working lap number 5, a challenge for second position in turn 1. The Hammer, Dave Tavermina from Wilmerding, Pennsylvania, sliding underneath veteran Bill Henry. Henry in the 64 car from Vandergrift, Pennsylvania. One of the oldest stock car chassis in competition underneath the skin of that 64 car. He's back to third with Tavermina in second. And race long leader working lap number 6, it's Adam Kostelnik, the points leader. Kostelnik trying for a Motordrome record this season, attempting to win 2 division championships in the same season, which has never been done. He's a 3-time modified division champion, and twice this season has won 2 features on the same night. White flag indicates final lap for the Subway Street Stock preliminary heat race. Top 3 bumper to bumper heated action in mid-pack includes the Holder 74 car, moving up with the Phillips 31 machine. Phillips started just about last, but out of turn number 4. Winning his second heat race of the season in the 05, Adam Kostelnik. 3 wide at the line, Schlesinger grabs the 4th spot over Holder and the 69 of Nicola. From Borough, Pennsylvania. Then it's the 2 of Mike Musiak from Export, the Grabiak Performance Machine. Starting in the last row, it's the 99 of Bo Glemba and the 5 of former champion Jim Nicola. Here's the green flag, 8-lap modified heat race underway. Harry Ofer in the 01 car, still seeking a career-first feature victory, but has several heat race wins in his career, including one early in 2007, as he distances himself by less than a car length from George Nicola's 97, and Ben Easler in the 7 car, dropping back early in this one. Easler, the young go-kart champion in car number 7, won his first feature last season here at Motordrome and slides back to the 4th spot as Bob Shipp in the 04 climbs into 3rd. Shipp is a former Charger Division champion here at Motordrome. Harry Ofer leading George Nicola in 97, Bob Shipp in 04, Ben Easler in the 7, Matt Panaya 32. The Lincoln Welders modified feature event tonight will be 20 laps, and this 8-lap heat race will help to set the starting grid. Working lap 3 of 8, Bell Vernon, Pennsylvania's Harry Ofer in a J. Yurt chassis 01 car. Harry Ofer using the crate engine under the hood of that modified, meaning a less expensive engine with slightly less horsepower but better cornering ability. George Nicola in the 97 with what we call the open motor, more horsepower for greater straightaway speeds, but a heavier car for more tire wear in the corners. Bob Shipp in the 04 car seeking a career first feature win after being the modified rookie of the year on the heels of that Charger Division championship. 3 cars breaking away from the field on lap 5, and now a 2-wide battle for 4th. Bo Glemba in 99 started in the last row of this heat race, moves to the outside lane of Ben Easler's 7 car. Matt Panaya in 32, Jim Nicola in 5, close to this battle. Glemba with 3 career Motordrome modified victories, taking that position away officially with 2 laps to go. Possibly a challenge for the win in the final lap and a half of this event. Harry Ofer sees the white flag. Ofer was battling for possibly a feature victory a couple weeks back when a 3-car tangle sent him to the rear of the field. He was fighting for the lead at that time and now opens up a 1-car length advantage in the lead in this heat race over George Nicola. Out of turn number 4, the driver from Bell Vernon, Pennsylvania for the 2nd time in 2007, Harry Ofer wins the heat race. Brian Friendship, the younger brother from Jefferson Hills. The 9 is Rick Huffman, having a stellar season, making his first start in the 34 car, Rich Nicola. Second 8-lap heat race for the Lincoln Welders Modifieds underway. And a battle for second nearly finds Tom Frank into the outside wall concrete. Lonnie Hoffman in this 58 machine, the Al Civic-owned car, into the second position. Frank back to third. Chris Brink sliding the car out of turn 4, opens up the outside lane for Adam Kostelnik. With 1 lap completed, Gary Scott running away with this event over Hoffman, Frank, and Kostelnik. Working lap number 2, and Tom Frank in the 6 car, feeling the pressure of Adam Kostelnik in 60. Kostelnik, who just won his Subway Street Stock heat, doing double duty all season, leading the modified points and challenging the Buckeye State youngster for third. Lonnie Hoffman in a brand new race car in the 2nd spot, while Gary Scott runs away, working lap 3 of 8. The similar looking orange cars in 3rd and 4th are not teammates. Kostelnik is a 3-time champion, Frank looking for a first career win. Neither of them able to challenge Lonnie Hoffman, the Subway Street Stock Division graduate in car 58 with a brand new Al Civic Modified, holding his own in the runner-up spot, while Gary Scott in the 16 runs away with this event. Scott with 1 feature win and 2 heat race wins so far this season. Last year he was a 4-time feature winner. Tom Frank using the inside lane in car 6 to fight off the challenges of defending champion Kostelnik. With 2 laps to go, the 3 cars that are running 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, jockeying for position nearly a straightaway behind leader Gary Scott. Tom Frank in the 6th looking to make a move for the runner-up position. He can't get it done on the way into turn 3, and the white flag signals final lap. First start of the season for Rich Nicola as he pulls off the pace in the back straightaway. Out of turn number 4 for the 3rd time this season from Irwin, Pennsylvania, Gary Scott will take the checkered flag. Lonnie Hoffman will hold on to 2nd over Tom Frank. 59, Larry Bahana, the 00 car. 98, Neal Brown, feature winner this season. 60, Tom Beck. 83 is Joe Moose. Green flag is out. 10 laps for the Napa NASCAR Super Late Models. Dave Merrow up out of the groove. Contact from Ricky Megley in the 20 car. Those drivers now side by side on the back straight. Just in front of them, Shawn Pilla in the 5 takes 2nd position from Mark Catone. The driver of car number 8, Dan Lewis, has won in 2 different divisions here at Motordrome. He's won in the Charger division, he's won in the truck division, and seeks a first late model checkered flag here this evening, leading heat race number 1. Storming up from the rear of the field and challenging for 4th now, Neal Brown in car 98. Brown from Acme, Pennsylvania, won a feature here 3 weeks ago and dives to the inside of Dave Merrow's 69 car in turn 4. Working lap 3 of 10, Neal Brown taking away the 4th position and could be quickly challenging former track champion Mark Catone. It's now a 4-car race for 3rd, Tom Beck in the 60 car. The Stans Transmissions Benz Motorsports machine launching into the top 5. Beck, with many feature wins here in the modifieds and late models, took a couple weeks off after a grinding crash here on opening night. And the 60 car is back into the top 5 after he started deep in the field with Neal Brown in the 98, who's now up to 3rd. Brown with his teammate just in front of him, the 5 of Shawn Pilla from Connellsville. Pilla has won a heat race earlier this season and is the only driver in the top 3 that has done so. Dan Lewis looking for his first late model checkered flag of any kind. Has the Pilla teammates behind him. Shawn Pilla in 5, Neal Brown in 98. And the lead battle intensifies down the back straight. Dan Lewis in the 8 car to the outside lane. Shawn Pilla in the 5, taking the lead away in turn number 4 and bringing his teammate Neal Brown right with him. New leader on lap 7 of 10, it's Shawn Pilla. Pilla, who still seeks a career first feature victory, has won a few heat races in recent seasons, including 2007. Tom Beck in the 60 car, now up from deep in the field, challenging Lewis for 3rd. Just 2 laps to go, and Beck slides into the 3rd position. Up front, teammates in the Sunoco, Nagy Gas and Oil Products, Brooks Automotive Group, number 5 and 98. Chevrolet Monte Carlos at the front of this field with the white flag indicating final lap. In turn number 3 with his teammate right in tow, a second heat race victory of 2007 for Shawn Pilla. And Steve Black spins in turn 4 at the wave of the checkered flag. He was battling for position with Mark Catone, and on the final lap, Black's Toyota goes around in turn 4. Finishing 4 is Greg Kelly, the sophomore driver. 33 is John Komarinsky, opening night winner. 51, John Messenger from Clarksburg, West Virginia, and we're green. Todd Price leaps out to the lead in the Man's Home Medical. Hicks Office Plus 15 Ford. Then it's the Paulo Grudo Motorsports teammates of Gary Wiltrout in 95, the former track champion, and the 11 of Bobby Henry. 3 cars fighting for the top position in this second preliminary heat race. Todd Price in the 15 car has yet to see a checkered flag, as he is the new hired driver here at Motordrome Speedway for Mans Motorsports. Price has done the bulk of his racing at the Jennerstown Speedway. And now the 95 of Gary Wiltrout is door-to-door with the leader. From Somerset, Pennsylvania, the 2002 NASCAR late model champion here at Motordrome, with teammate Bobby Henry following through to the inside lane on lap number 3, Wiltrout officially the leader. Behind this 3-car fight, it is Will Thomas and Jimmy Weller III completing the top 5. Komarinsky in the 33 up to 6th after starting way at the back of this field. Working lap 4 of 10, current points leader Bobby Henry in the 11. Challenging to the inside, Henry with over 100 feature wins, many right here at Motordrome, has yet to clinch a Motordrome track championship in his long career. And now the Lint Flooring, Megan, Ford, Stone and Company fusions are trading top spots and trading paint that time. As Henry made a slight bobble, it looked like Wiltrout did everything he could to avoid getting into the back end of him. And the Paulo Grudo teammates out in front working lap number 6. Will Thomas started deep in the field and moves around the 15 of Todd Price. Thomas has been a feature winner all over New York, Pennsylvania, and in Florida, yet to take a checkered flag here at Motordrome. Will Thomas in car 9, Gary Wiltrout in 95. And leader Bobby Henry in the 11, pulling away now from Todd Price in the 15. Those 4 cars had already broken away from the rest of the pack, including Jimmy Weller in the 23, who's feeling the pressure of John Komarinsky in the 33, working lap number 8 of 10. Points leader Bobby Henry in front. He has not lost a heat race all season long and sees the white flag. Veteran driver who was a dirt track champion here in the earlier era of Motordrome Speedway, out of turn number 4, will remain undefeated in heat race competition with the Napa NASCAR Super Late Models. Bobby Henry gets the win over his teammate Gary Wiltrout. Competing on street tires. No money up for grabs, racing just for a trophy. Andy Giles drives the 05. Ron Eifert the third in 61. 3 wide on the front straight. That's the 51 of Kevin Ludwig, the 77 of Jay Matthews. Holy cow, first lap action in the 4 cylinders. 43 car is driven by Chris Spadacine, the rookie. 6 of Frank Pagnotta diving under the defending champion Dan Jordan in 32. 95 is Tony Dukic, and 44, Mary Catherine Shimko, 14-year-old driver. As we complete lap number 1 for this American Flyers Division heat. How about it, you Mopar fans? Dodge Shadow up front, Dodge Daytona knocking on his bumper in second. That's Andy Giles in the 05. He was a feature winner last season. Just a young man behind the wheel of the 05 car. Then the 77 of Jay Matthews, the most recent winner. Matthews said after his last feature win, the car was shutting off on the back straight with just 2 laps to go. He still held on to win that race 2 weeks ago. Ron Eifert the third is in 3rd spot in 61. Got a first heat race victory of his career a couple weeks back. And Jay Matthews with the MAG Racing team takes the lead out of turn number 4. 2 laps to go for the American Flyers division. We have no speaker system. Test 1, 2. There, now we're back on the air. Sorry for those technical difficulties, folks. Jay Matthews taking the white flag in car 77 of the MAG Racing team. The 05 of Andy Giles in second. Ron Eifert the third in 61, battling with defending champion Dan Jordan in the 32. As the American Flyers entry-level 4-cylinder competition heat race coming to a close. The Westside Lube and Tire Dodge 77 of Jay Matthews, most recent feature winner, takes the checkered flag. Not sure where we lost you folks when the speakers cut out on us there, but the American Flyer division are 4-cylinder entry-level competitors. Street vehicles on street tires with automatic transmissions, racing only for a trophy. 5, if you are over 18 and a licensed driver, you need to make your way to the Motordrome Speedway gift shop to sign the waiver with your 2 passengers for tonight's Toyota Pace Car test ride. And you can see the false start that just occurred with the Yellow Book Charger division. Another entry level of competition. These are 8-cylinder street passenger cars on street tires. 34 is Aaron Minjock, 68 is Ed Neidhart. Heat race distance 6 laps for the Yellow Book Chargers. Here's the green flag and we're underway. Once again, program number 045 and 075. You may bring up to 2 passengers in the Toyota Pace Car Ride and Drive. You need to make your way to the Motordrome Speedway gift shop to sign that waiver form, and you'll be taking your laps around the Motordrome Speedway tonight. The passengers, as well as the winning drivers, must sign the waiver form to participate in that Toyota Ride and Drive program, as we're working the first of 6 laps in the Yellow Book Charger heat race. Tracy Keller out in front. Just behind him, Mike Lemley in the 4. Both these drivers have several feature wins at Motordrome in their careers. Third, it's Aaron Minjock in the 34. Minjock just moved up last season from the American Flyers division. Here comes Robbie Hott in the 16 car, having a great 2007. Into the 4th position, then Victor Keller in the 11, taking the spot away from Al Minjock in 41. Crossed flags indicate halfway through this heat race. Let's check, test. Side-by-side lead battle in turns 3 and 4. Mike Lemley, the most recent winner, on the low side in car 4, taking the lead away on lap 4 from defending division champion Tracy Keller in car number 1. A pair of Chevrolet Monte Carlos leading this field. Buick Regal in the 3rd spot, Chevy Malibu in 4th, Pontiac Grand Prix in 5th. Lemley and his good friend Tracy Keller leading the field to the white flag, indicating final lap. Mike Lemley in car 4 with approximately 15 career feature victories to his credit. This season with 1 heat win, make it 2, as Lemley takes the checkered flag over Tracy Keller. Here in the 95 is Jimmy Stokes, and the 13 car making his first start of the season, Denny Keller from Monongahela. Green flag in the air, another 6-lap heat race for the Yellow Book Chargers. '04 of Jimmy Christoffel, the points leader with this heat race in command. He has yet to take a feature victory in this division, but has 3 straight second-place feature finishes in the 3 events we've completed thus far. Behind Christoffel, it's 2x2 like a parade lap with Jeff Giles Jr., the 2005 division champion, taking away the 2nd position. Matt Gardner coming up to the 3rd spot, I should say, in car 7. Jimmy Stokes in 95 diving under the Roger Bryan 12 car. Working lap 2 of 6, and Matt Gardner in the 7 car making a bold outside move around Jeff Giles in the 50. Down the back straight, Gardner to launch to the outside. That's a Chevrolet Monte Carlo number 7 battling the Pontiac Grand Prix number 50. Halfway through this one now. And Gardner with a fender out in front of Giles will complete the pass on the back straight, and here comes Jimmy Stokes. Stokes in the 95 from West Newton, a 2-time winner already this season. Out in front, Jimmy Christoffel in the 04 car. From Jefferson Hills, Pennsylvania, his 2nd season of Charger Division racing. He hasn't finished worse than 2nd all year long and could be headed for his first heat race checkered flag as the points leader. White flag signals last time around for Christoffel. He's got almost a half straightaway or more lead on Matt Gardner in the 7, Jimmy Stokes in the 95, then Jeff Giles Jr. In turns 3 and 4, having his best season by far. Coming to the checkered flag, the 04 machine of Jimmy Christoffel takes the heat race win. Toyota Camry pace car exits the speedway. Dustin Blank in 94, Bill Henry in 64 lead him to the green flag in the Subway Street Stock feature event. At full speed in turn number 1. Veteran competitor Dustin Blank, who spent some time touring the country with the NASCAR Goodies Dash Series, takes to the lead by not quite a car length. Bill Henry in 64 to the outside. And one of last season's biggest winners, Dave Tavermina, in the 21 car to the inside, almost 3 wide out of 4. Tavermina on the inside, taking the 2nd position away from Bill Henry. Down the back straight, makes a bid for the lead to the inside. The Hammer, Tavermina from Wilmerding, Pennsylvania, last year won the Subway 25 and brings Bill Henry right back to the 2nd place with him as pole sitter Blank dropping back, and Joe Nicola spins out of turn 4. Trouble for the Ford Thunderbird 69 of Nicola from West Mifflin. Joe Nicola bringing out the caution flag as we have 2 of 20 laps completed. The Hammer is, no surprise, on the hammer. Green flag is back out. Bill Henry in 2nd spot. Tavermina the leader, Bill Henry in second. Henry seeking a career-first feature victory in that Monte Carlo. Dustin Blank in the third spot, and look at Shawn Phillips in 31 challenging Schlesinger. Phillips started just beyond mid-pack, and on lap number 3, he's into position number 4 with that 31 machine. Phillips has led more laps than anybody else all season, but yet to take a feature victory. He's second in the point standings to the undefeated Adam Kostelnik, and Jason Holder in 74 moves into the top 5. Kostelnik in the 0-5 showing you why he's been undefeated after starting last in this field. He is door-to-door with Jason Holder for the 5th position. Schlesinger, the Subway Challenge driver of the night, falling backwards as Kostelnik and his point standings rival Shawn Phillips in 31 are both closing quickly on the 94 of pole sitter Dustin Blank. Blank gets the car crossed up a little out of turn number 2. Everybody bearing down on him now, nearly 3 wide in this battle for third. Holder in the 74, Phillips in 31, and Dustin Blank broke the car loose out of turn 2 in the 94, about to lose a position. Working lap number 6 of 20. On the low side of the speedway, Shawn Phillips in 31, door-to-door with Dustin Blank. Behind them, it's the 05 of Kostelnik and the 74 of Jason Holder. All stacked up coming out of turn 4. Phillips into the 3rd spot, and Kostelnik takes 4th away from Blank on lap 7. Heated action on the back straight, positions 3 through 7. Shawn Phillips in 31, Adam Kostelnik in 0-5. Now Dustin Blank pulling even with the 74 of Jason Holder. Cannot fight off that challenge, and the pole sitter is dropped out of the top 5 now. Tough night for Dustin Blank. Meanwhile, Shawn Phillips in the 31, feeling the pressure of Adam Kostelnik. These two drivers have battled door-to-door for 2 feature wins already this season. And in turn number 3, the 05 and 31, showing they are not afraid to trade paint. Kostelnik officially at the scoring line, takes possession of 3rd position, working lap number 9. Here comes Jason Holder's 74 car. The Stoystown driver moves to the inside of Phillips. Watching this action as it's a runaway up front. Dave Tavermina has his way with this field. Bill Henry into the 2nd spot, driving away from everybody else. Then it's Kostelnik in 3rd, Phillips and Holder. We have reached the halfway point. 10 laps down, 10 to go. Leader Dave Tavermina working lap number 12 with Bill Henry in the 2nd spot. Top 3 cars separated by about the distance of a straightaway with Adam Kostelnik in 3rd. Then Jason Holder in 74 and Shawn Phillips in 31 continue to go at it door-to-door for 4th position. Back in the 6th spot, it's Subway Challenge driver Max Schlesinger, holding off a herd of machines that include the 94 of Blank, the 50 of Tony Manganello, and the 69 of Nicola, who was involved in that early race spin. Front of the field spaced out evenly. Heated action at the back of this field into turn number 3 behind Schlesinger's 66, Tony Manganello and Dustin Blank in 94. Fighting it out with Joe Nicola and Andrew Kostelnik in the 57 car. leader Dave Tavermina with only 3 laps between himself and an easy victory here tonight, as he has put a hurting on this field. More interesting is in 3rd position, Adam Kostelnik, the points leader, doing something he hasn't done all year in the Subway Street Stocks, losing ground to other competitors as Jason Holder, 74, closes into him, headed into turn 3. Shawn Phillips right there in 31 as well. Kostelnik with a very loose handling condition as the rear wheel sliding toward the wall each lap. And as we're on lap number 18 of 20, Jason Holder may be able to take a position away from points leader Kostelnik before this one is over. White flag in the air, final time around. Into turns 3 and 4, the driver known as the Hammer. Big winner last season, and for the first time in 2007, the checkered flag will wave for Dave Tavermina. Gets the win over Bill Henry. Adam Kostelnik just barely able to hang on to 3rd over Jason Holder and Shawn Phillips. Dave, this is the first time we talked to you here in 2007. Tell us first of all about this car and why the number says 21 on the roof and 25 on the door.
Well, praise the Lord, I won, man. The deal is, this is a backup car for my sponsor, Steve Parco, and it was going to be 21. My primary car got behind. The motor should be done this week, and I know that's a long-going story, but it will happen. Will be back in black. I got the red mist back in my veins to race now, and we're going to have 2 cars, and that's that, and then we'll have the 21, and we're going to do a little J-Time fun too.
That sounds like a plan. Now tell us about tonight's win. You tend to be a guy that likes to run real close with your other competitors. You set sail and never saw anybody else all night. Was this an easy one for you?
It was, but the car was handling. When you got a handling car that can work a little traffic and can do what you want it to do, it's just all poetry in motion, man. I mean, there's a lot of tough competitors here this year, and I was just fortunate to pick a good pill. I think I could have come from 10th and won, but that's to be seen. I'm real happy to do it in my backup car.
And how about a chance to thank your sponsors and crew?
Yeah, first of all, I got to thank Steve Parco here and Allegheny County Customs. My man Ray Simboli, he stuck with me through this guy right here is blood and guts. He's all about it, man. We're a team to be reckoned with right here. I got to thank Armley. I got Beer Bets and Butts. Miller's builds the hammer, as you know, and even that's one of his old motors from when I first started back at J-Town in 2000. That's got 50 runs on it and a set of valve springs. How about it, man? It's just about handling. All the guys I race with, all the way back, even Adam, man, he still sticks with me and helps me out. We'll bite each other's head off on the track, but it's all because we love the racing. It's all a good thing. I got to thank my brother. My uncle's in from Michigan, and this one's for him.
A dedication in victory lane for the first time in 2007, Dave the Hammer Tavermina. 40, Brian Ship. 2, Mike Musiak. And 34, Rich Nicola. 20 laps the distance for the Lincoln Welders Modifieds. Green flag is out and we're racing. Jim Nicola spins in mid-pack in car 5, and just in front of him another incident with the 6 of Tom Frank. Nicola's spin was first in turn number 1, and then the second incident with Tom Frank, and I believe the 40 of Brian Ship, one other car, the 04 of Bobby Ship, both of the Ship brothers involved in this incident in turn number 2. Winner Gary Scott in the 16 in 7th. Here's the green flag. Kostelnik diving to the inside, and Ben Easler has to back off to avoid contact. Ben Easler being a gentleman and allowed Kostelnik to gather up that car on the inside of the racetrack. That battle for 5th. And now Gary Scott in the 16 is quickly challenging young Easler. Nearly 3 wide in the battle for 6th position. 99, Bo Glemba. 7, Ben Easler. 16, Gary Scott. Eastler of Allison Park with one feature win last season. His mentor just behind him in the 16 car was our winner 2 weeks ago in the last event completed here at Motordrome. Just in front of that group, the battle intensifies for top 5 positions. Adam Kostelnik in the 60 car, moving to the outside of the 01 of Harry Ofer. Now pulling door to door with the 9 of Huffman, and Ofer battles back on the defending champion. It'll still be Huffman in 3rd, but now Kostelnik in 4th, working lap number 4. Jefferson Hills' Rick Huffman in car 9, having the season of a lifetime, and is now the meat of a sandwich down the back straight. Harry Ofer on the bottom, Adam Kostelnik up top. We're safely into turn 3. While the top 2 cars have checked out on this field, Kostelnik takes over 3rd. George Nicola continues to lead Chris Brink. Half straightaway separates the lead duo from the defending champion and 2-time winner this season, Adam Kostelnik. Harry Ofer in the 01, close enough to make rear bumper contact with Kostelnik, then the 99 of Bo Glemba. Wheel to wheel now, the 16 of Gary Scott from Irwin, Pennsylvania, taking away a position from Rick Huffman in the 9. Working lap number 6 of 20, it's Nicola out in front. So far this season, Nicola has won only a heat race after he won on opening day 2006 and started last year's campaign with a bang. Chris Brink in the 2nd spot. Great drive for the former limited late model driver at Jennerstown Speedway. Purchased this modified from many-time feature winner, who was once known as the Nuclear Banana when driven by Matt Smith. And now the 3 car riding in 2nd position on lap 8 with Adam Kostelnik 3rd, Harry Ofer 4th, and Bo Glemba 5th. Those 3 cars very tight together on the back straight. Halfway point of the event, crossed flags signal 10 laps down, 10 laps to go. George Nicola from Pittsburgh, the modified veteran in car 97, former Subway Street Stock Division champion, leading Chris Brink and Adam Kostelnik. Kostelnik has now pulled away by a few car lengths from the 01 of Harry Ofer, who has also pulled away from Bo Glemba. Top 6 cars on the speedway, including Gary Scott, pretty evenly spaced. Chris Brink with only 1 car to pass for an upset career-first victory as a modified rookie in car number 3, doing a terrific job here on lap 12. Modified rookie Chris Brink in car 3, maybe slowly gaining on leader George Nicola. In 3rd spot, Adam Kostelnik is clearly reeling in the lead duo. Harry Ofer hanging on to 4th. Distance between the top 3 cars is shrinking. Kostelnik definitely a man on the move. And in turn 3 and 4, Chris Brink drifts up just a little bit and loses the ground that he gains in turns 1 and 2. 5 laps to go for George Nicola, one of many members of a racing family. His uncle Jim and Rich in this modified feature field tonight. As Kostelnik closes in the runner-up battle, Chris Brink in the 3, and the Viglione Motorsports number 60 of Adam Kostelnik. Into turn number 1 with 4 laps to go. Brink is perfectly happy in the middle groove of the speedway. Kostelnik holding the bottom, and Chris Brink very fast in the middle lane. laps to go, and with Adam Kostelnik, listen, we've got a spin in turn 4. Rich Nicola, making his first start, has spun to the infield, and this could be the worst nightmare for his nephew, George, the leader. George Nicola leads Chris Brink and Adam Kostelnik back to the green flag with 3 laps to go. Nicola seeking a first win of the season. Brink, a newcomer to modified competition, and 2-time winner Adam Kostelnik in 3rd. Challenge for second as the second and third place cars are moving in closer to the leader. Caution flag, Mike Musiak on the back straight. With 2 laps to go, another caution flag. As the leaders fight for the win, the Grabiak Performance, number 2 of Mike Musiak, spins to bring out the caution. Stelnick from East McKeesport is 3rd. Green flag waves, just 2 laps to go. Top 2 drivers have yet to win this season. Brink again happy with the high side of the speedway in car 3. Tight battle for 4th now, the 01 of Harry Oprah and the 99 of Bo Glemba, and now Kostelnik strikes to the inside. With plenty of racing room given by Chris Brink, Adam Kostelnik takes away second position as the white flag is waving, and George Nicola with a mechanical problem out of the lead and into the outside wall. Less than a lap from victory, George Nicola with a suspension problem in car 97. No contact made. That car headed straight for the outside wall after taking the white flag toward his first win of the season. Disaster for George Nicola. 2 laps to go. The rookie and the 3-time champion will slug it out for 2 laps. Kostelnik now switches to the outside where Chris Brink had been happy all race long. Brink closes the door on him and continues the middle and high groove through turns 1 and 2. Kostelnik pulling to the inside on the back straight. It's a 3-car battle behind the leaders, but up front Chris Brink maintains the point position over Adam Kostelnik. Out of turn 4 at the wave of the white flag, wheel to wheel, Brink ahead by less than 2 feet. Final time through turns 1 and 2. Brink, with all the racing room available to Adam Kostelnik, continues to use the high line. Dead heat down the back straightaway on the final lap. Kostelnik out in front by a bumper in turn 3, and Brink drifting too high on the speedway. Kostelnik slips through for the win. Harry over into second. Brink hangs on to 3rd. And we're here with one of the hardest fought victories. Adam, in your street stock racing 2007, you've only led a couple of laps, but they're always the winning ones. Same scenario tonight in the modified. You only lead 1 lap, and it's the one that counts.
Yeah, like I said, I guess it's just on the scoring. I was leading the race, and they changed the scoreboard back, but that's the way the rules are, and hey, that's what happens. But when he put me back, it just motivated me to get better. Like I said, I got a little cold right now. But I got to thank Bowling Machine, Lizader Auto Service, TCI Transmission Parts, Buzzy Viglione, Donna, Harry, all them guys. You know what I mean? Like I said, that's it, man. I can't talk no more.
His voice has run out on him, but his talent has not. Another feature victory for Adam Kostelnik in the Viglione Racing 60. Row 2, the 15 of Todd Price, the 23 of Jimmy Weller. 35 laps for the Napa NASCAR Super Late Models. Green flag is out. John Komarinsky in 33 and Tom Beck fighting for the lead. Beck in the stands, transmission 60 out to the point after an opening night crash sidelined that team for 2 weeks. Battle for second, Todd Price drifting up the racetrack and nearly made contact with Komarinsky. Todd Price in the 15 car, sandwiched between 2 of this season's early feature winners, Komarinsky in 33 and the 4th running Neal Brown from Acme. Motor problems under the hood of the 9 of Will Thomas. The Mara Series champion is off the pace on lap 2. Tom Beck continues to lead. John Komarinsky in second, Neal Brown in third, then Price and Gary Wiltrout in the 95. 2002 Napa NASCAR Super Late Model Champion at Motordrome Speedway, Gary Wiltrout moving to the inside of the 15 car in the fight for fourth. Neal Brown storms up into second in turn 4. A quick move, and they're into the wall on the front straight. Neal Brown in the 98 and John Komarinsky in the 33. Neal Brown thought he had the car cleared for the 4th position. Make that the 2nd position as that battle raged quickly in turns 3 and 4. In just the space of turn number 4, Neal Brown, the winner from 2 races ago, shot beneath Komarinsky in 33, and on the front straight thought he had the car cleared, tried to drift back up into the racing lane against the outside retaining wall, but the rear bumper caught the nose of Komarinsky's car. Nearly getting airborne was the 98 of Neal Brown from Acme, Pennsylvania. He seasoned since his last late model win. Green flag is out. Tom Beck leading Todd Price, Gary Wiltrout, Shawn Phillips, and Will Thomas. Challenge for the 2nd position, Gary Wiltrout in 95, moving to the inside of the 15 of Todd Price. A pair of Ford Fusions side by side, and on lap number 4, Gary Wiltrout is in 2nd place, and Shawn Phillips makes contact with Price down the back straight. Price has to back off to avoid outside wall contact. That opens the door for Will Thomas in the 9 car. Thomas now up to 4th. 5 laps completed. Tom Beck the leader over Gary Wiltrout, Shawn Phillips, and now Will Thomas. Chris Bailey off the pace and into the pit area. Leader Tom Beck has opened up more than a straightaway advantage over former champion Gary Wiltrout in 2nd. Shawn Phillips is 3rd. Will Thomas 4th. Todd Price in 5th. Bobby Henry storming up through the middle of this field. The 11 car, our most recent winner, headed into turn 1, taking a position away from Dave Merrow in car 69. Henry started back deep in this field. Greg Kelly now pulling pit side. 3 cars possibly battling for the 2nd position in the coming laps. We are working on lap number 8, and the red-hot Shawn Phillips, with 2 heat race wins in this early 2007 season, is gaining on Gary Wiltrout in the 95 car. Will Thomas right there with him after that puff of smoke indicated that Thomas's evening might be finished on lap number 2. He is right there in a 3-car fight for 2nd. Shawn Phillips taking the runner-up position from Wiltrout on lap 9. Car 9, Will Thomas looking to the inside in turn 3. Wiltrout, the former track champion, loses 2 positions in 1 lap. With Wiltrout back to 3rd, Will Thomas, the defending Mara Series champion, into the 3rd position in car 9. Thomas has never won at Motordrome. In front of him, the 5 of Shawn Phillips, who has never won a super late model race in his career. Wiltrout has fallen back into the 4th position, and Bobby Henry in car 11 is about to challenge for 5th. Diving under the 15 of Todd Price, Bobby Henry from Connellsville, finding himself now on the scoreboard, working lap number 12 of 35. Bobby Henry from 12th to 5th. 4th is Henry's Palagrudo Motorsports teammate Gary Wiltrout. 3rd, Will Thomas. 2nd, Shawn Phillips, and Tom Beck is checking out on this field. Caution flag on the front straight. Larry Bahana spins the 00 car. Toyota Camry pace car is off the speedway, and Tom Beck is back on the loud pedal. Shawn Phillips, Will Thomas in tow. 13 of 35 laps are completed. Shawn Phillips and Will Thomas both taking positions away from Gary Wiltrout. And now the fastest advancing car on the speedway, Bobby Henry in the 11, is directly behind Wiltrout, who holds down the 4th position. In turn 2, Wiltrout has a problem, has to back off the throttle, and Bobby Henry takes over 4th. After starting in 12th position, Bobby Henry into 4th spot. And behind these drivers, a battle for position as Dave Merrow in the 69 car has really come to life. He passed the 23 of Jimmy Weller a couple laps ago and now moves around the 15 of Todd Price. Dave Merrow from Wall, Pennsylvania, the Cars by Dave number 69 machine. Also on the march through this feature event, the sophomore late model driver looking good tonight. Debris on the front straight. Right on the front straight, just past the flag stand, what looks to be possibly something from the exhaust system. And we believe it might be from the 17 car of Chris Bailey. And Bailey is headed into the pits right now. With Tom Beck behind the wheel. He leads them back to the green flag over Shawn Phillips, Will Thomas, and Bobby Henry. Bobby Henry instantly tries the high side of the speedway around the 9 of Will Thomas. Thomas, with a couple of top 5 finishes already this season, has the current points leader all over his rear bumper. Crossed flags indicate halfway through this feature event. Tom Beck extending his lead over the 5 of Shawn Phillips. Will Thomas, the Colonial Metal Products, number 9, in 3rd. And Bobby Henry up from 12th into 4th position. On the restart, Bobby Henry immediately challenged Will Thomas, but Henry has fallen back by 4 or 5 car lengths, and Thomas is gaining on runner-up Shawn Phillips. Phillips will equal his career best finish if he maintains the 2nd position. Last time we saw Tom Beck in victory lane, the current leader, it was with a number 60 car in the modified division a year ago for Viglione Motorsports. Now driving for the Benz team and Stans Transmissions, Beck, who won many features in 2000, 2001, and 2 here at Motordrome. Out in front on lap 22 of 35, Will Thomas now looking to challenge for 2nd. Shawn Phillips in car 5. We got a caution flag, turn number 2. Heading out to the back straightaway. The 00 of Larry Bahana brings out the caution. Field back with 13 laps to go. Green is out, and Bobby Henry and Will Thomas resume their fight for 3rd. Henry may have made light rear contact with Thomas at the wave of the green flag. The 9 car is back into 4th now after he had pulled away from Henry, maintaining the 3rd spot under our last green flag condition. Will Thomas in car 9 told us in a pre-race interview that using the crate engine as he does, he is greatly disadvantaged on restarts. Bobby Henry capitalized using the open motor under the hood of that Palagrudo Ford. Now under full green flag conditions with warm tires, let's see if the 9 of Will Thomas can fight back to reclaim the 3rd position. cars breaking away from the rest of the field. Leader Tom Beck, second position. The 5 of Shawn Phillips. In third, Bobby Henry. In fourth, Will Thomas. Will Thomas battling back on Bobby Henry. The crate engine, which produces higher cornering speeds in a lighter weight car at a slight horsepower disadvantage on the straightaways. And Thomas in car 9 looking to reclaim the third position when Henry accelerated past him on the restart at lap 22. We're now working lap number 28. John Messenger is off the pace in car 51. The Cochran Auto Body, Advanced Auto Parts, Kelly Hartwood's 51 car, slow. And Mr. Consistency may be in jeopardy of falling out of the third place in the point standings. Five laps to go, the signal given to Tom Beck in car 60. Leaders approaching the slower machine of John Messenger, who heads pit side, the West Virginian, out of this event. We call him Mr. Consistency because of his point standings ability to maintain top 5 in the championship chase, and retires from this event while Tom Beck continues to lead Shawn Phillips, Bobby Henry, and Will Thomas. Laps to go, signal given to Tom Beck. Beck, whose career began in the go-kart ranks with many, many championship titles. He moved into modified competition on the dirt and the asphalt simultaneously as a teenager. Since then has won many modified features here at Motordrome. He's won many late model features here at Motordrome. And he takes the white flag as a former Jennerstown Speedway NASCAR late model champion. On the final lap, moving around the Joe Moose 83 car. Returning to super late model victory lane for the first time in several seasons, the Benz Motorsports Stands Transmissions number 60 of Tom Beck gets the win over Shawn Phillips, Bobby Henry, Will Thomas, and completing the top 5, Gary Wiltrout over Dave Marrow. Tom, you're the 4th different winner in 4 weeks of NASCAR late model competition. Tell us, when was the last time you were in victory lane with a late model here at Motordrome?
Boy, I don't remember. It sure wasn't last year. we didn't run here the year before, so it's been, yeah, I think that's what it was, 2002, like Hallie said. It's been a while.
Now, last year you drove to victory in a modified that carried the same number as this car. Tell us about the relationship between yourself and Benz Motorsports, how this deal materialized in the winter.
You know, Bobby and I always got along. There was a little bit, him and his dad, I mean, they do a lot of stuff, and for a little while we wanted to go on our own. My grandfather had a lot to do with our car, maybe try running up at Jennerstown. It was a little different than what they wanted to do. And this year, they only wanted to run a couple times, and with us having our dirt car out on Saturdays, I figured we talked, and we live close to each other, so I mean, it was an all-around good deal.
In 2004, you drove for Benz Motorsports here, correct?
Yeah, yes.
So after another whole season reuniting in victory lane, tell us about that opening night crash and what had to be done to this race car to bring it back here tonight.
The car needed a new front clip. It wasn't that major of a fix. It's just kind of, this year, just kind of wanted to take our time, make sure that when we do come out, the car is right and it's all ready to go.
Well, it was right tonight. How about a chance to thank the crew and sponsors that made it that way?
I'd first like to thank Bobby Benz, his dad, his brother Tommy, the whole rest of the crew, my mom and dad, my wife, Stands Transmissions, obviously. Everybody that's on the car, I don't have it memorized, and I'd just like to say Bobby Benz's father-in-law passed away, Mike Bianca, and I'd just like everybody to say a prayer for him here, and hopefully that works out good.
An emotional victory lane and a dedicated win. Benz Motorsports and Tommy Beck back to the checkered flag at Motordrome Speedway. Green flag is out. 8 laps for the American Flyers. Watch the brake lights glow into turn number 1. Driving the 6 car, I'm told it's Paul Rosa tonight, who's leading in front of a crash with Dan Jordan, Andy Giles, Chris Spadacine. The 05 of Andy Giles from Vanderbilt, Pennsylvania is stopped at the bottom of turn number 1 and T-boning his door. It is the 43 of Chris Spadacine. Caution flag will come out. 1 lap of 8 completed, 1 of Ludwig. And the 9 car, a driver who doesn't complete his paperwork. No idea who's steering that number 9 car tonight. Lead battle, 77 of Jay Matthews moving to the outside. The Dodge Daytona challenging the Cavalier. Matthews with a feature win and 2 heat race wins this season, door to door with Rosa in the 6. And Dan Jordan, who was involved in that crash just a moment ago, is slow off the pace on the front straight. Connellsville driver, the division champion from a year ago in car 32, very slow in turn 1. We're working lap number 2 of 8, and Jay Matthews has opened up a big lead over Paul Rosa. In the 3rd spot, Tony Dukic from Connellsville. And now we need a caution flag for Jordan's 32 machine. 95 of Dukic, then the 51 of Kevin Ludwig, the Pontiac Grand Am, leading the mystery Dodge, number 9. Green flag is back out. Jay Matthews is on the hammer. Kevin Ludwig making a pass on the back straight as he takes the Grand Am to the inside of the Dodge Shadow. Look at Andy Giles battling back from that caution flag incident in the 05 car. Big lead now for Jay Matthews in 77. That car is owned by Matt Gardner, one of the Charger Division competitors, spearheading the MAG Racing Team effort. Gardner himself drove this car to a couple of wins in 2005, and Matthews came out as a rookie last season, winning several features in this division. Jay Matthews continues to lead at the signal of 2 laps to go. Way out in front of this field. Brand new paint on that car, courtesy of Nowak Painting. Westside Lube and Tire on the side of that machine, a sponsorship help as well. The Stans Transmission 6 of Paul Rosa in 2nd. Andy Giles, the Cars R Us 05, battling back to a top 3. He's going to finish on the podium after having a caution flag incident early in this race as Matthews sees the white flag. Final time around for Jay Matthews. He has 2 heat race wins. Oh, contact on the front straight as Mary Catherine Shimko and Kevin Ludwig get together. We'll watch that battle finish. Meanwhile, Jay Matthews takes his 2nd checkered flag of the season. Coming home in 2nd, it's the 6 of Paul Rosa. 3rd, it's the 05 of Andy Giles and Tony Dukic in the 95 car. Now, the last time he won a race, he told us that the car was shutting off on the last lap. So here in Victory Lane, he's going to leave it run. Doesn't matter what the cost of gas is. We'll let it idle here for a minute. Hey, Jay Matthews. Now, last time you came to Victory Lane, you said you were having some mechanical problems. What'd you have to do to this ride to get her back to Victory Lane this time?
I put some more gas in it.
He was running out of gas last time. Hey, tell us about the MAG Racing team and all the people involved there.
My cousin Matt started a team this year with him and Jimmy and Bill, and I got to run in the Flyers series. I can't run up with them guys, but maybe someday I'll get enough practice.
Well, you keep winning like this, it's just around the corner for you. How about a chance to thank your sponsors?
West Side Lube and Tire, they're the greatest. They've been around a long time, and they're going to be around a long time. Tri-State Floor, and MAG Racing, NOAC, Refinishing. I think that's it.
He got them all this time. Another feature win for the MAG Racing team and Jay Matthews. In Pennsylvania, as we go 15 laps for the Yellow Book Chargers, the points leaders on row number 1. Stokes, the two-time winner. Christoffel with 3 straight second-place finishes. On the outside, we're green and racing. Jimmy Stokes out in front, Matt Gardner in second. Matt Gardner graduated from the American Flyers division last season, still seeking a career first victory, as is the 04 of Christoffel, the sophomore driver, chasing down last season's most winning driver, Jimmy Stokes in the 95. With Bob Garchak Jr. off the pace, the 04 of Christoffel continues to challenge for second with contact. Matt Gardner goes around. Christoffel continues, and the entire field will avoid the spinning 7 of Ruffsdale, Pennsylvania's Matt Gardner. Here in second, and his teammate Jimmy Stokes being pushed back to the green flag with 13 laps remaining. Of Jimmy Christoffel, a sophomore driver, yet to take a checkered flag, but finding himself leading the division points. 4 Chevrolet Monte Carlos up front. Jimmy Stokes not able to pull away. Matt Gardner once had his hands full holding on to second spot. And once again, Christoffel right up to the back bumper. Jimmy Stokes still in the sights of second and third place cars. Jimmy Christoffel from Jefferson Hills fishtails the car to the inside. Looked like he was almost out of control at the end of the back straight. Gardner hangs on to second. Tracy Keller in the 4th spot, car number 1. This time at the end of the back straight, Christoffel has the entire car door to door with the 7 of Gardner. Even with 2 wide racing, Stokes cannot pull very far away. And officially at the scoring line, runner-up now Jimmy Christoffel. Gardner fighting back. He remembers that contact just a couple laps ago. And Christoffel right back to second place, where he has finished all 3 features of 2007. So far this season, Jimmy Stokes has won an easy feature. He's won a photo finish feature, and now he's going back to second spot. Jimmy Stokes passed on lap number 7 for the lead. Christoffel may be headed for a first career victory. Matt Gardner in the 7 trying to take a peek under the 95 of Jimmy Stokes. Mag Racing teammates in 2nd and 3rd. Tracy Keller, the defending champ, in 4th. Christoffel pulls away from the field. Working lap number 9, no lap traffic in sight. And Gardner pries the inside lane open, moving his Monte Carlo to the inside of Stokes. Door to door down the back straight. Matt Gardner seeking a career first win, pulling into the runner-up position around Jimmy Stokes, who spins in turn 4. Keller makes contact in the 11 car, caution flag out. And with 6 laps to go, they restart bumper to bumper. Jimmy Christoffel leading Matt Gardner, Tracy Keller, and Mike Lemley. In the final 6 laps, it could be a 2-horse race with the 04 of Christoffel and the 7 of Gardner. 3 wide action back in the pack, and here comes the lead fight. 5 laps to go. Gardner look to the inside on the front straight. Christoffel drifts up the racetrack, opening the inside for Gardner. He can't get a run down the back straight. Gardner dirt tracks the car through turn number 3. Christoffel with an extra car length of breathing room as they begin to work lap 11 of 15. Battle for 3rd develops. Arch rivals on the racetrack, good friends off the speedway. 4 of Mike Lemley. Last week got his 15th win in this division, and Tracy Keller in the 1, hanging on to 3rd spot. Up to the 5th position comes Robbie Hott in car 16. Robbie Hott, the former Demolition Derby kingpin at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, makes his way around a 2-time winner last season, Aaron Minjock, and climbs into the top 5. Working lap number 13, Mike Lemley uses the low side and takes away the 3rd position from Tracy Keller. Denny Keller in car 13 heads to the pit area. White flag waving for Jimmy Christoffel. A career first victory is 3/4 of a lap away for the driver from Jefferson Hills, Pennsylvania. A sophomore on the circuit with the Yellow Book Chargers. And out of turn number 4, heading for a career first victory from Jefferson Hills, points leader Jimmy Christoffel takes the checkered flag. Well, Jimmy, first of all, tell these race fans when you got your career started and what made you decide to become a Yellow Book Charger driver.
Well, my nephew started about 5-6 years ago, and I sort of stayed away, and then it looked like it was possible for him to be doing really well, so I come out and started watching him. And then his younger brother took over the car. He moved up to the modified. This was left over, and I said, you know what? I'm going through a midlife crisis. I'm going to give this thing a try.
And
here I am.
A midlife crisis, and now a trophy to add to that. You're the points leader. This is what, your 2nd full year of driving, am I right?
That's correct. Yeah, I've been pretty lucky, pretty fortunate to run with these guys, and thanks for my nephews helping me out with the car. We worked on it all winter long, found a little something extra in it for this year, and hey, I'm just having fun with it, enjoying it, being with the boys. I got 2 of the best nephews out there, Bobby, my brother-in-law, Dave Ship, his wife, Debbie. She keeps the fire burning amongst all of us out here, really does. And I want to thank my wife for putting up with this and giving me the opportunity to run.
Now, you said something there. You said they found something in the car over the winter. That was my next question. Is it the car that improved, or is it the driver that improved this season?
Well, you know, we got a lot of rainouts last year, and I relate to it as like playing a guitar. You know, you can pick it up every other day in practice, or you can practice once a month. You're not going to get any better. So I could felt it coming. I was getting a feel for the car, but we just had too many rainouts, and I couldn't string it together to get enough practice in this year here. It started off pretty good, and we've been just sticking it together, and what a great ride.
How about a chance to thank your sponsors?
Hey, I'd like to thank my sponsors. Elliott's Backstreet Barbecue down on 51, my big sponsor. Quality Builders and Design, Joe Costas helped me out here. My buddy Jimmy Leet, Heating, Air Conditioning, Turban Tires, Lewis Automotive. And my niece is standing right over there. She said she'd see me in Victory Lane tonight when she got off my bike, and I tell you what, here you are, girl.
A jubilant Victory Lane celebration and a first career win for points leader, sophomore driver Jimmy Christoffel.